Hello, my name is Zack, and I like to backpack around the world. Today I am going to be meeting up with my mother to try out this breakfast place that I keep passing up on my Uber fares lately. Another Broken Egg Cafe. And that is where I will be meeting my mother at this morning to treat her out to breakfast. She works night shift at St. Jude's Children's Hospital, so I figured why not treat her after work to a nice breakfast. It should be nice. I hear it's like a hipster type breakfast place, so if that's the case, it's gonna be good. If not, hopefully it's still good. Let's see. And here's Sally. She loves rubbing up against my leg. Watch. Hey. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. Okay. There you go. I am here at another Broken Egg Cafe. It is on Poplar and Highland in the shopping center. I'm meeting my mom here, so let's go find her. I think she's probably in this car right here. This blue car. This light blue car. Here she is.
More like good night. Good morning.
Good morning.
How y'all doing? Good. 2 this morning? Okay. Here you go. Toast. Where's that at? Somewhere around here. What are you doing? You giving it to me?
You gonna try one?
Yes. You want me to?
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat?
Never. There's cheese in it?
It tastes like a funnel cake. Good as that. Try it. Tastes like
A funnel cake.
really good. Ah.
Are those yours? Is those yours?
That's both of ours. This came with this as part of the package.
What are those?
French toast,
What are these?
scrambled egg and sausage. But I have country.
I don't know.
Peppercorn. Oh, French toast is really good. Let's see. think?
It's alright. Maybe this is how you're supposed to eat it.
Huge manner, Zack.
Too salty.
Did you put salt on it?
No. That was a salty bite.
Zack, eat it with a fork. You better than Cracker Barrel? It don't run like you think it would.
Usually they put hollandaise sauce on it.
Is that what's missing for you?
Thank you.
She was nice. Nice service, nice presentations.
What else was nice?
French toast was good. These things were good. And I guess you like the marmalade.
Yeah. I just ate here at another Broken Egg Cafe. My opinion is it is not a hipster cafe. It is not at all. The Eggs Benedict was okay. If anybody from Another Broken Egg is watching this, my only advice would be don't put any salt on the Eggs Benedict at all. My real advice would be to travel to London, England, but that would be more expensive for y'all, to taste how Eggs Benedict with salmon really tastes like. I understand because it is in London, the salmon is much more fresh. I've also had Eggs Benedict with salmon in Melbourne, Australia, and it was also very, very fresh. We're in Memphis, Tennessee. There's no ocean near us, so I should have got it with ham instead, but the salmon wasn't the problem though. The salmon tasted fine. Just lay off the salt and you're good. That's all you gotta do. Lay off the salt. In my opinion, salt does not belong on eggs, and if somebody would like to have salt on their eggs, they could put it on afterwards. But me personally, I don't put salt, I don't put pepper on absolutely anything. I feel like the way it was cooked is the way it was meant to be. So if the way it was meant to be was with salt, I disagree with that. I think you should leave the salt in the shaker. I don't eat it on my eggs. That's my preference. But all in all, it was an okay experience. I would like to visit Another Broken Egg again, just to have something different to give it a better review. Another Broken Egg Cafe. This time, I cannot give it the Zack Backpacking Around the World certified recommendation. I can't. I would love to, but it wasn't that mind-blowing. It didn't meet to my standards of an Eggs Benedict. I will say their Eggs Benedict is a lot better than the Eggs Benedict that I had in Auckland, New Zealand one time. That was some bad Eggs Benedict. And if there's a lot of noise in the video, there's a little highway up here. Well, not a highway, but Highland Avenue. But anyways, I will visit this cafe again just to see if there's any redemption in this place. It looks on the outside like a pretty good place to eat at. The service was outstanding. Thank you, Kristen, for waiting on me and my mother. Okay, I am back in my car. I will try to give Another Broken Egg Cafe another chance to get the Zack Backpacking Around the World certified recommendation. I will try something else because Eggs Benedict where I'm from probably isn't the best idea because... But I've had Eggs Benedict in fucking Wyoming, so I know Eggs Benedict can be good. Another Broken Egg Cafe's Eggs Benedict was better than the Eggs Benedict I had in Auckland, New Zealand, like I was saying earlier. The one in Auckland, New Zealand was absolutely horrible. I took my first bite and I wanted to vomit. I only took one bite and then I was like, okay, I'm good. It tasted horrible. The salmon was absolutely... didn't taste fresh. It tasted like it was... something was wrong. The salmon didn't taste good in Auckland, New Zealand at this particular cafe that I went to. Well, I'm going to Uber for a little bit to try and make a little extra cash because I am going to Mexico City Monday, and then the following week I am going to Costa Rica, then I'm going back to Mexico City, then I'm coming home, so I will be gone for 3 weeks. So I'm already ahead of what I wanted to save up, but more the merrier when it comes to money. You can never have enough money. If you want to save up, say, $3,000 for a trip, and you save up that $3,000 2 weeks before the trip, and you're like, okay, I don't need to work hard anymore. I don't need to work at all anymore. I can slow way the fuck down. I mean, you could, but why when you could leave with even more money? Money is a very powerful... God damn it. Money is a very powerful thing. Like, you can travel the world with it, and if I can get ahead... Money is very important for those who like to travel. Money is important in general, but especially for those who like to travel. And if I stopped at $3,000 once I got there, that was my goal. If I stop, what about the next trip? And the next, and the next, and the next. It's important to save up as much as you can. I'm always wanting to save as much as I can, even if I'm above the goal that I set out to reach before the trip. I do not know what country is next after Costa Rica. Stay tuned to find out. I don't know. I want to go to South America, but at the same time, I want to do some more things in Europe. At the same time, I want to do more things in Asia. At the same time, I want to go back to Australia. At the same time, I want to go back up to Canada. At the same time, I kind of want to go to Africa, even though people advise me not to, but there is some safe places in Africa, believe it or not. Even the dangerous places in Africa, I don't think are as dangerous as the American media makes it out to be. I think Egypt would be pretty safe for the most part. Obviously, you gotta have your wits about you, but as long as you have common sense and street smart, you'll be fine, I believe. So, Egypt is definitely one of the places on my list. Not on my immediate list. I'm not trying to go to Egypt. I'm not trying to go to Africa anytime soon. So, Africa probably isn't where I'm going to go. But there are a lot of places I do want to go. So, I will have to see after Costa Rica. I do not think I will be making a... I do not think I will have a decision on where I am going to go. People are watching me record myself, but that's okay. I do not have a decision on where I'm going to go, and I don't think I will until after Costa Rica. Maybe my trip back to Mexico City after Costa Rica, since I have a round trip from Mexico City to Costa Rica. Maybe then I will have a decision on where I am going to go, because I do need to buy a flight sooner than later, because I do plan on leaving the country again in October, November, so I better make a decision fast, or anywhere that I wouldn't want to go, those flights are gonna spike, and that's not good. And that's not good because Why pay $700 to go to Barcelona when I could have paid $300? Okay, I'm going to start working for Uber for a little bit and try to make some extra cash. I am back home now. I did a few Uber Eats deliveries. I decided to start back doing Uber because, well, I wanted that side money. I wanted that supplemental pay. I did Uber about 3 years ago, and the reason why I stopped is because the pay dramatically decreased. I'll give you an example. My first week with Uber, I drove around from where I live in Bartlett to the airport, and I made $30 on that fare. 3 months later, I did that same exact route from Bartlett to the airport, and I made $17. And there was no surge going on for the $30 fare. Dramatic difference. That's why I stopped. And you're probably asking, so why did you start back up then? Because the pay is still pretty shit. Well, because the pay is not that great still. I wanted to do this because what I do for a full-time job, I was doing 16 hours a day sometimes, and I would have to be obligated to work the shift that I said I was going to work. So if I said I was going to work at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. shift at a certain store, it doesn't matter if I'm tired as shit or not, I have to be there. I just can't say, hey, I'm going to work tomorrow at 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. Don't worry about it. And then I usually work like 10 a.m. through 2 a.m. and god damn, this dog is gonna bother me. I usually work from like 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. So say I get home, and usually when I get home I get this like second wind of energy, so I'm not sleepy at all, even with a sleeping pill. So say I don't fall asleep until 5, 6 a.m. and I got to be at work at 10 a.m. That doesn't work. So that's why I decided to stop doing that, because of that reason, and because my health was getting pretty bad. Like my fingers were peeling worse than this, and I was always shaky. My heart always felt bad. So that's why I decided to stop doing those shifts as well. I like working like 6 p.m. to 1, 2 a.m. do Uber for a few hours, and then I'm good. I'm basically making the same kind of money that I was making doing the 16-hour shifts, kind of, sort of. So I would be making a lot more money if Uber would go back to the way things used to be with the service, and I get 80% of the sell and they get 20%. Sometimes I've seen it to where I get 70% of the sell, 60. I even seen it where I got 50%, which is a lot different than things used to be when I got paid 80% of it. If I take someone from here to the airport, they're gonna be paying about $30, $35. I think they lowered the price of things as well, so that probably affected things too. It's probably like $25 to $30 now, and with the 80%, I would be making at least over $20 for that run. Now I would be lucky if I made that $17 that I was making on that very last fare. Honestly, now I would probably be making less from Bartlett to the airport than I did on that last fare 3 years ago. I would be lucky to make that $17 that I was complaining about. But you would be complaining too if you took a fare 3 months prior and you were making $30 on it, and then you took it 3 months later and you made $17. That's a $13 difference. It matters, trust me. I'm just trying to do this because I want to do one last semi-big trip in 2018 before the year is over. So I'm trying to put in some extra hours with Uber and try to make that side money look right. Make that side money look like that full-time money and do the damn thing. I have a lot of places I want to visit. I have a lot of places that I've been, like Germany and Poland. I've only been to one city in Poland and 2 cities in Germany. I would fucking love to do like a full country trip. Go all over Poland. Go all over Germany. That would be so fucking cool. But I also want to see new territory, new countries like Switzerland, Portugal, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay. I haven't even been to Alaska yet, so Alaska would be cool. Hawaii, China, India, maybe Russia. I still need to make up the Ukraine, so there's a lot of places that I want to go, so I need to get on it. Costa Rica, I wouldn't say it was a place that I've always wanted to go, but from Mexico City to abroad, other than the United States and Canada, Costa Rica was the cheapest, so that's why I chose Costa Rica. But since then, I have done quite a bit of research, and I look very much forward to checking out Costa Rica and checking out all of what Costa Rica has to offer, from food to the rainforest to, I don't know if I'll make it to the ocean, but I'll try. They have a lot of national parks. So I will do as much as I can in the 10 days that I am in Costa Rica. It's starting to rain on me right now. It's sprinkling right now. It's probably going to go full on in a minute. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. My name is Zach. And I like to backpack around the world. See you later.